Hello everyone. Today our group will present our exam management system. So right now, many colleges use manual paperwork to manage exam schedules and student grades. This manual process takes a lot of time. It is also very easy to make mistakes when typing data and hard to manage when there are many students. Because of this problem, our project has three main objectives. First, to automate exam scheduling and grade recording so teachers do not make mistakes. Second, to make the system highly secure using a private API key so unauthorized people cannot change any grades. Third, to give students a clean web interface where they can instantly search, sort, and view their exam timetables and results without any confusion. As you can see on the screen, our application has two main parts: a student site to view records and admin site to manage data. Now we will show you how the backend API works. Now I will show you our backend RESTful API. All our PHP endpoints use a structured design. We will look at results.php as our main example. Inside the code, the file checks the HTTP request method. If the request is a get, post, put, or delete, the script automatically routes to the correct database operation. Let's look at Postman to see this working live. First, let's test our API security. If I try to send a request without our secret header key, the system safely blocks it and says unauthorized. This keeps our database safe. Now I will turn on the XAPI key, head the back on, and show you the full CRUD operation. So the first one is I will click get and click send. The API reads the database and returns all students' results cleanly as a JSON list. Next, I will send a new student result to the database. In the JSON body, I will input student ID 1, exam ID 1, and 85 marks. When I click send, look at the JSON response. The API successfully saved the data and automatically calculated that 85 marks equals an A grade. If a teacher types the wrong score, we use the put method. I will target this result ID and change the marks to 64. When I send the request, the backend updates the record and automatically lowers the letter grade to a C. Finally, we can use the delete method with a specific result ID. Click and send completely removes the record from our database system. Our other files like courses.php and examinations.php follow this exact same structure. Next, my group member will show you how our front-end user interface talks to this API.
Now I'm logged in as a student using the student Amiro account. The front end reads my season and display the student option on the left sidebar. Let's go through the page. First, my exam page. On this page, the system sent a GET request to pull my personalized examination table. It cleanly displays my active course code like VIT 3013 and SWC3633, along with the exact exam date, time, and venue from the database. To make it user-friendly, we add a live search box where I can type a course code to filter row instantly. And a sort by drop down to arrange my schedule. My result page. Next is the result page. Here, the front end fetches my academic score from the database. It mapped the course code perfectly alongside my marks and letter grades, like MAT 1023 with an A grade. We also include a search box here so students can quickly find specific grade or subject. Finally, under the entrance slip page, the student can see a dedicated card to generate QR slip. Clicking this button reads my current login season profile data to instantly generate an authenticated Secure QR code. This QR code can be scanned at the physical exam hall door for quick verification. This shows that our user application interface is fully responsive, complete, and securely integrated with our backend database REST API.
Now we will demonstrate the front-end and back-end integration. I will log in to the system using an administrator account. As you can see, the application automatically reads my account role and loads the system dashboard. It fetches live summaries from our MySQL database via our API endpoints to display the total number of students, active courses, and scheduled exams. I will now show how the admin panel communicates with our backend API to manage records in real time. When I navigate to the Courses tab, the interface sends an automated background request to fetch all course codes. Let's add a new course by filling out this form. When I click Save Course, the front end submits a secure post payload. It updates instantly down in our table without reloading the browser page. Next, under the Exams panel, we can plan upcoming exam session. I can easily update an exam venue or date by clicking Edit. This triggers a put request to update the database record. If I click Delete, a request is sent, safely removing the exam from the schedule. Finally, let's look at the results section. Here, administrators can input raw percentage marks for students. Watch what happens when I save a student's score. The data is handled securely, and the front end instantly lists the record alongside the automated letter grade calculated by our server. And now, under the Students tab, we can manage student records, we can edit their accounts or delete records securely. Finally, I will summarize the technologies and tools we use to develop this system. On the front end, we use standard HTML for page layout, CSS for styling our clean dashboard, and pure asynchronous JavaScript to handle table filters and talk to the API. On the back end, we use PHP to process data requests and create our server-side automating grading logic. For our development tools, we use XAMPP as our local server environment to run Apache for our PHP scripts and MySQL to host our database. We wrote all our source code using Notepad++ as our primary text editor. We use Postman to test our API endpoints during early backend development and Git for tracking our version history and commits. By combining these lightweight tools, we created an efficient, secure, and fully operational web application. That concludes our project presentation video. Thank you very much for your time.